How excited were you to get that first start? I mean, a true freshman starting on the offensive line is a rarity in major college football, and yet you pulled it off. How excited were you, and how did you think it went?
Yeah, it was a blessing. When the coach told me before the game, I knew that he had faith in me to play and to lead the line. And he just throughout the week, me and Sweeney were in competition, going head to head, both playing well, both playing great. And it went all the way up into the beginning of the game. Coach gave me the nod that I'm going to go out with the first team. And, I was just excited. It's like a one-time life and experience. And, I was just glad that he had faith in me, and I'm glad that he thought I could do what I need to do.
So he didn't give you the nod until game day, actually?
Yeah, he let me know. He let me know before the game that I was going to go in. I think he kind of didn't want to, give me started or anything. Kind of just wanted me to relax all week and be mindful whether or not I'm going to get in regardless. So he just wanted my mindset going in to be all right.
So what did it feel like when you stepped out there and did that first snap?
It was. I had to get that first hit. It's always that first hit. So once I got that first hit and I got that knock to knock, I felt like I was going. So we started off the tempo, kind of just filling stuff out. But then once we got into it, we started hitting, going back to back, getting the ball down, getting the snap. So it was just I needed that first hit. That first hit was everything.
What was it like going up against a pretty good football player for your first time out? This guy, they say he's going to be drafted next year.
Yeah, he was. Oh, the whole D line was really good. So it was a good challenge for me. It prepared me for this week. But I just wanted to go out there and do my job, regardless. I was just no matter who it is. I don't care who's lining up in front of me. I'm just gonna do my job. Try my hardest and finish out the plays.
When did you start? You started this transition to center in the offseason, right?
Yes.
So you kind of knew going in that you were going to play center here, basically.
Yeah. I played guard at Mater Dei all for my 3 years. I started Mater Dei when I was a sophomore. I played guard. I was at the second string center for a little bit, so I took snaps there and then. But before I came up here, Coach Fry was telling me to get some snaps in, be comfortable with it because you might move to center.
You work with Chris Ward on that, is that right?
Yeah. Chris Ward is my old offensive line coach, and he's a UCLA alumni. And before I came up here, he was giving me lots of tips. So that gave me a really good jump going in because I didn't know a lot about center, didn't know what to do. But he played center here for his sophomore year, so he gave me some good tips and good motions going forward.
What was the biggest transition?
I think the biggest transition was just having a ball in my hand, basically. Just getting off the ball and not having my hand just so freely, and just getting used to being very vocal. Because at my old school, I was kind of just a guard, looked to my center for the plays and everything, and I wouldn't be that vocal. I had to understand more like formations and concepts of the defense, and more indicators of like when blitzes are coming. So that was a big transition for me, was understanding the defense more and being more vocal with my team.
What was it like when Dorian came in? You guys both being freshmen, that first game, both of you together, quarterback center rapport.
Yeah, it was. I was wondering if Wooden was okay, but I knew the next man up, he was going to do his job regardless. We prepared all week, both quarterbacks to come in and be able to do their job. So I had no doubt he was going to be able to come in and transition.
What were your main takeaways from playing in the game and then watching it on film? What were some of the things you learned?
Some of the things I learned. Come out faster, come out way faster. As a freshman, my first game, I was trying to come in and fill stuff out, but there's no time for filling out. So first play, I just got to come out and smack. Another thing is just knowing I got to left and to the right like veterans. So just look to them for any help that I need. I got Justin Murphy on the right of me, and I got Mike Giles. Both played plenty of games, and so I can always go to them if I need any help.
What do you think about you? What do they bring to the table? Challenge.
Just another good team, another physical, upfront team. We're just gonna come with We're gonna come with a good game plan this week and come out fast tempo, and just the coaches are gonna have us prepared for this game.
Do you think that playing in the Rose Bowl is gonna give you some preparation for being in front of a huge crowd?
Yeah. I think the Rose Bowl got me ready for this, and I'm just gonna have to go and see how it comes.
Do you think you guys can go faster with the tempo than you did in that first game?
Yeah. We're gonna follow the game plan. The coaches are gonna get us into the right situation to go faster and slow down sometimes. So yeah, we'll see how Coach Kelly wants us to come about it. So yeah.
You went out of the game for a few snaps. snaps in the second half.
Yeah.
Was that an injury thing, or is it just a
Yeah,
point?
I was cramping really bad, and I was cramping like my whole legs I couldn't extend them, so I didn't want to get another quarterback hurt. So I just told my coach I made the best decision and came out and got some fluids and some IV in me, and then when I came back out, I was able to play again.
Do you just need to hydrate more to kind
Yeah.
of avoid that in the future?
Yeah, for sure. I need to hydrate more. Didn't realize before pregame warm up, lost a lot of sweat. So yeah, that was just a mistake on me, not knowing how much body fluid I would be losing in the game. So for sure, I'm hydrating more for this weather in Oklahoma this week.
What was it like to be back out there at the Rose Bowl the other day?
Oh, it was definitely a good feeling to be back on the field. Wish we'd have came out with a better result, but being out there and being healthy again was definitely a good feeling.
Andre was saying that he thinks the tempo can get faster with the season. Do you feel that as well, that we'll see that kind of increase as the season goes on here?
We can definitely be more efficient in tempo and execution and a lot of different things. So I think it'll get better as we progress and as we continue to learn and get accustomed to the offense. I think it'll get better and better.
When you went through the film, what were some of the main takeaways from that game that you had?
Just execution, just everybody has to do our assignment and do our job, and I think that'll improve. But yeah, just execution overall, we just had to do better.
What about the two quarterbacks you saw there? What did you see from them?
I think they both had. Wilson didn't have much time. I mean, Wilson, he got banged up a little early, so I don't think he got to really showcase everything he can do. But I thought both of them did a decent job. But as a whole, as an entire offense, we just have to execute better as a whole.
From being able to see him in training camp, what else is Wilton have to be able to show if he's healthy?
I mean, he can make a lot of different throws, and he can run, he can move around a little bit. So I just feel like he just had to get more. He needed a little more time to show everything he could do. So, but I hope he's getting better. So.
What do you take from this game to Oklahoma?
I mean, we had some good plays, and we had some downfalls. So we got to learn from the mistakes we made, and plays like when Casimir broke for the long run. We need more plays like that, more big time plays to help us score and help us move down the field. So there's little nits and pieces of what we did that we can bring on to the next game that we can be successful with.
You've been impressed with the way Chip's gone about kind of implementing fixes for the offense and corrections that you need to make?
Definitely. I mean, his resume speaks for itself. He can produce, and he's a very intelligent coach, and so we're all into whatever he has to do and whatever solutions he has. So we're going to listen, and whatever he says, that's what we're going to do, and it should fix things.
On Casimir's long touchdown run, you were essentially lined up as like a left tackle because you were next to Michael Alves.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever lined up like that before, and can you kind of take us through that play?
I mean, sometimes it's just a little fix in the formation, just to give a different look. But it was just an awesome experience just to see him break like that, because he's running and you think he might get caught, and then you just slowly just see him breaking away faster and faster. So it was definitely a great feeling just being a part of a play like that, being able to block for an explosive guy like that.
How deep do you guys think you guys went into the playbook in this first game? It seems like you spent a long time installing a whole bunch of different types of plays, and maybe you don't only scratch the surface.
I'm not sure. That's kind of a Coach Kelly thing. I'm not really sure. I just execute the plays I'm told to go. So I'm not really sure about how in depth or how much farther he wants to go or how much he wants to add. That's kind of a Coach Kelly question.
You talked about execution, wanting to execute better based on the film. But what specifically with what you did in that game do you want to work on execution-wise? Is it route running?
Just kind of overall. I just want to be on my assignment and have perfect technique in every one. Sometimes you get a different look where it's not something you prepared for. It's something you weren't looking for. So I just need to be overall just execute all my assignments, no matter what the look, no matter what the circumstance. I just need to do everything. Right now, just focus on myself and my job. And if everybody focuses on themselves and doing their job, then we'll do better as an offense.